Hello everyone and welcome to my new Let's Play of Okami. So the reason why I am starting on the before the Wii menu is because it pretty much immediately throws you in. Excuse me one second. Okay, sorry. So yeah, it just pretty much like gives you a little intro thing that I didn't want to be skipped. I did play an hour of this last night to be my first part of this Let's Play, and then the sound was complete and utter crap. So here I am redoing it again. So I know the first hour, but other than that, I don't know a single thing about this game other than I've been told it's really good. And it was released on the PlayStation 2. I want to say that was its first release, but I feel like the Wii with its motion controls are probably better. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. It also tells of the wolf that risked it all to protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against a beast many times its size and banished the darkness. This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of peaceful something. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and admiration of the wolf. Look at how pretty the game is. By the way, I'm sorry if oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, okay, no. Never mind, sorry. I'm sorry if you can hear my TV. I don't think you can, but yeah, I'm sorry in case you can. I've turned it down as low as I can where I can barely hear it, but hopefully you guys won't be able to. And, what else was I gonna say? Sorry about the quality, it's not HD, it's a Wii, it doesn't have HD, and this is the best I could get my capture card to look. So, yeah, and I went through a lot of trouble to be able to get this motherfucker to work. So, yeah. So as you can see, there is a continue. I'm just gonna start a new one and I'll save it in a different slot because, like I said, the sound didn't record properly last night and I truly forget what else I was going to say, so let's just begin. By the way, did not know this was a game where I was gonna have to read everything, so I'm sorry you have 2 games in a row with my horrible reading skills. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Oh, I was gonna say, sorry if I sound a little bit far away. I have to be away from the sensor bar, which is on my desk behind my, my mic. So I'm kind of like a foot or 2 away from my mic. Sorry. Long ago, in a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki, lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To sustain the appetite of Odochi, that's what I've been calling him, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. This is like a 20-minute story intro, by the way, or at least with my reading. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranu, or Shiranui. I've just been calling it Shiranu. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be familiar of Orochi. Okay, yeah, it doesn't seem like you guys can hear my TV, hopefully. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranu. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranu's swift movements. Why would you want to attack the wolf if it's protecting you? Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. By the way, another thing, I'm sorry about the black borders on the side. I don't know if I'll fix that in post or if you're just gonna have to deal, because like I said, I just can't seem to get rid of them. I'm recording this on OBS, so the best thing I could do would maybe just be to like stretch it, but I don't know, man. I might just fix it in editing. Wait a second, let me see. I mean, yeah, I could do that. Let's see how well that is. A white plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi's once and for all, Nagi traveled to the Beast Cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nearly a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranu, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranu leapt forward towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying head, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing into the darkness. Mysteriously and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranu summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to see something. Actually, I'll let this finish for a second. As Orochi closed in on Shiranu, sharpened claws glistened. Okay, yeah, give me 1 second. Okay, I just wanted to see something. I think I'll leave the gameplay stretched out for this one. Usually I wouldn't stretch it out, but I recorded something else using my capture device as a test on something else, and it didn't have those black bars, so maybe it's just the Wii, and I'm just gonna leave whenever I record something on the Wii stretched like this. Alright, continuing. A gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranu fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Odochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranu, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Odochi. Odochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranu refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavensward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dispatched. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously towards Odochi, his sword poised high. The gold sword danced in his hand like a puppet on a string. One by one, Odochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Odochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instance, the curse that plagued the village was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranu had succumbed to Odochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranu was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranu let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if it were into slumber. Poor puppy dog. This is not the proper way to start a game. Yay, your dog's a hero! Oh, the puppy dog you already like is dead. Make me cry. Peace at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranu's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened I can never remember this. Tsukuyu Yomi. And placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranu's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Odochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend, nothing but a fairy tale. Fucking idiot, it's only been 100 years, stupid ass. Your grandparents were living when all of this happened, and you don't believe them? You're a moron. It's not a fairy tale, bitch. True story. You're stupid. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the earth. Utter the prayer unto me, and unleash my power. Look at how pretty it is. It's so pretty and artistic. For some reason, I don't remember seeing this much destruction when I played it last night. I didn't skip anything, so... A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kinmiki village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. I mean, plus you have the statue of the dog to prove it too. Like, you're an idiot. Wood sprite Sakuya. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. I just realized those are the same exact, like, kind of things that's in Chibi Robo. It even sounds like the mom/daughter. Wow. Because I wasn't able to really hear last night. Like I said, the sound wasn't good, so couldn't really hear. And I can even hear this through my headset. Oh my god. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Now I kind of want to see if the people that made Capcom published Okami. I don't know who published Chibi Robo. Which, by the way, did not know Chibi Robo was $60 game. I've had it ever since the GameCube was still a thing. So, yeah. Okami Amaterasu. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the Savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Sniff. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and beautiful country of Nippon. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. Huh? Eh? What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Oh, Oh, hee 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 hee. Ha 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 ha. Whew. What on earth? You again? I still don't know what the fuck this thing is. He just looks like a goddamn mushroom. Magical mushroom. Ow, 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 ow. Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug? I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name is Sun. Wandering artist is Sun. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I've been saying it. I'll show you just how great I am if you... and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? I don't think so. What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it. You look just like that statue of Shiranu. Whoa, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Sun. Don't make me use my prized sword, Denkomaru, against you. What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh, great God, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal, huh? That Sakuya girl sure said something weird. Some weird stuff. The villager spirits are being kept in the fruit? That's the fruit, that girl said. If you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen when you're taking a nap. Alright, so we can finally move around. What was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, I was going to say that they actually have another Okami game down at one of my local game stops. I haven't been there in like 2 weeks at least, so hopefully it's still there, but it's for the DS, and I might just pick that up soon, unless I want the box for it, because it's just loose. I don't know, but I'm going to get more Okami games soon, because look at how pretty it is! Where are we? It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the control pad to look around. The 2 button changes your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay?